Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to TechNodeFirmaCraft. So I logged on today and found this little thing in the middle of my smith area, and so I went ahead and popped into the crusher and found this stuff. Malachite powder. So this is green dye, and I have to thank Bloody the Great for that, but this is what I've really been needing because we needed some green dye, something terrible. So we are going to come in here real quick and I'm going to steal a couple of pieces of this black steel sheeting to make a jerry can. So this I can now use to take the diesel from this tank, I think. No? Okay. Well, maybe I can only fuel it in here. Okay, so there we go. Now I've got some diesel in here, and you'll also notice I have two mining drills now. So what I did is I made a second mining drill so that I could mine more, and I'm supposed to be able to combine these somehow. Well, that's not working. What's the uses on this jerry can? There aren't any. Well, supposedly you're supposed to be able to craft that together with the mining drill, and that does not seem to be working. Well, I might have to check into that. But, yep, we have a way now to move around our diesel fuel that's supposed to work with these mining drills. So, we'll find out. But, some other things that I've been doing, Bloody and I have been going around looking for iron because my iron reserves are quite low now. I'm down to under 11 stacks and I don't have a lot of steel either. And so we went and did some mining. And we have tons of limonite and quite a bit of the magnetite. So I want to process this stuff, but I really want to get at least quadruple ore processing in place, if not the quintuple. So we're going to work on that today. Now, of course, as you can see, I have used a little bit of the resources here that I already had allocated for making our solar evaporation tower. And so I'm going to have to make a few more things. I need more of the enriched alloy, a lot more of the enriched alloy. And I also need a lot more of the black steel sheets. So I suppose what I'll do is I will go ahead and do a whole bunch of smithing here, and actually I should have, a whole bunch of weak steel here that's ready to go. So I need to combine this with the pig iron and turn that into black steel, and then the black steel sheets of course come from double ingots. So I'm going to get that going. And then I will be back to see if we can get that built. So I just got back from a very extensive expedition with Bloody the Great, and we got tons and tons of cryolite. So I set up a better barrel with a hopper running into my enriching chamber so that we can get this stuff processed rapidly. And I've just been taking it here, I pull it out of there, and then dump it into the work table here, and I can make up, just stacks and stacks of blocks. So if we look here, I don't think redstone is going to be an issue for, well, probably the rest of the series. So we got tons of redstone available to us now. And also, we found a few other things along the way. We did find some pitch blende, which if I come over here and look at the uses on that stuff. So the pitch blende is used in making specialized bees. So obviously we can make a meadows or a forest, which we actually found some forest hives out and about. Also we can make the wintry or the ender queen, which is something that would be kind of interesting. I don't know for sure what that one is going to produce. Also the modest queen, which I know that's one that we may want. Marshy we have tons of. We have the steadfast, tropical, which we have some of those. Estur, I'm not sure what that one's going to do, but yeah, that's pretty simple. The frugal, I don't remember what they do, but I know that they have a very good characteristic to them. And then these, we start getting into some odd stuff here. I think like the Fiendish only works in nether biomes, and the Sinister I think is the same basic thing. You know, I don't know for sure what we can do with those. And then the Demonic, which is, yeah, I've got all of the stuff to do that already, but I would need to make a blue steel bucket. But, so yeah, that's going to be kind of nice. Also, we found, let's see here. Oh, the ski light. So the ski light is tungsten. Now, the only use that I see for the tungsten is tipping a screwdriver from blue power to make it a silky screwdriver, which would make it very easy to do work. And then, of course, we can use them to make armor-piercing ammunition from immersive engineering. But I don't think we're going to be getting into that. But we did find some of that. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Well, if we take a look at the map. So we were over in this area over here. So we had the cryolite there. I've got a whole bunch more. I don't remember what this location was. And then somewhere there's Cinnabar. And somewhere around here we had... was it up here? No, that's something else. No. It was somewhere around here-ish. Here. We had a questionable oil. So... he said he saw some oil, or thought he did, so we may have to take a look at... there is a tool from Pneumatic Craft that will locate oil. Of course, we're not into Pneumatic Craft yet, so, you know, not all that big of a deal. And the final thing that we did, we tried working with some of these animal crates. So I'll grab one of these here, and we'll take a look at the recipe on that. So... the recipe on an animal crate is a rope, which is jute fiber, which I had all of that. Some iron bars, which is a wrought iron sheet and a chisel. And then just some planks. Well, these are single-use items. They can be placed on your back slot so that you can move around. And what you can do with them is pick up any animal and move them. When you get them to your destination, you place the crate on the ground and shift right-click on it, and it will release the animal. So what we did is we got ourselves a female sheep here. So I'm working on familiarizing this female sheep so that I can get more wool, because I have started to ramp up my production of honey here at the beehives. So we're running with impregnated frames again so that we can get a whole bunch of combs, and I am running the cultivated bees in the automatic beehives because they seem to produce more honey. So yep, I was running out of honey, so actually the honey is what I need in there at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that in here, let that squeeze up. I have tons of princesses here that I need to deal with, and I don't know what to do with them for sure. But we are going to be looking quite a bit more at bees here shortly. But I'm going to continue working on gathering up the resources for making that solar evaporation tower. And once I get all of that together, I will be back. So I was getting ready to make a whole bunch more of the black steel so that we could make some more sheets. And I got to thinking about it. There is very definitely a better way to make the black steel. So we can use the immersive engineering blast furnace to make black steel. So we need to make this high carbon black steel amalgam first, which comes from running high carbon black steel dust through the purification chamber. Now the use on this is to run it through the immersive engineering blast furnace to get a black steel ingot. So, or we can run it through the arc furnace and we will get some slag as well. But so to make this blast furnace, we need these blast bricks. So one recipe creates enough bricks to make the entire thing, and we need the blast furnace casing and the blast furnace core. So let me just grab a couple of things here. So we need 8 of these fire brick blocks, and we need the 34 blast furnace blocks, or bricks, that we had from our Railcraft blast furnace. So the first thing we need to do is make this core. So we need some double steel sheets for that, some black steel double sheets. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these 6, and we're going to quickly get those heating up. Let me grab some coal here. There we go. So we'll get that lit up. There we go. Okay, and then we will do the same thing over here. Whoops. And then we'll just drop in the remainder of that coal. So that won't take too long, but that's going to get heating up. So now in the meantime, we're going to make the rest of that. So to make the casings, we need an I shape of the blast furnace bricks plus 2 fire bricks as well. And that makes 1, and we need 4 of them total. So if we make our I shape plus our fire bricks, there we go, there's our casings. So now we just need these sheets. So I suppose I might just fast forward through this little portion, and yeah, we'll get this part done, because these are going to take a little bit to heat up. Alright, so we are ready to weld some of these together, so we'll just quick grab some of this. This is pretty easy stuff here, so we can just weld that. There's 1, and we'll go ahead and pull that coal out of there too. 2. Grab the last one, and I put a red steel ingot in here because I realized that I'm short a red steel hammer because I'm carrying it. Or, no, actually, I'm using a black steel, so where did my other red steel hammer go? Oh, it's over here. Well, just the same, I'm going to make another red steel hammer when this gets hot. So now we need to place our 3 double black steel sheets, which that's a lot of black steel. And we do that, there's our blast furnace core. Our blast furnace core plus our 4 other bricks gives us 27 of these. So now we need to grab our engineer's hammer. There it is. Okay, so now this is just a solid block of these bricks. I find it kind of interesting that Immersive Engineering decided to make all of their stuff solid, whereas most of the other mods have made them hollow. Then what we do is we just right-click on the center of this, and there we go. Really hot topic. So I don't know if this is going... Yes, it is feeding charcoal into it. So now at this point, I think I have, yes, some high-carbon black steel. So if we put this in the enriching factory... No? What was the recipe on this? Purification chamber. Okay, so we'll dump this into the purification chamber, and we need to turn auto eject off. I don't know that it would go into the crusher, but just the same. So these will cook very slowly. I think it said 1700 some ticks, or 1198, and I'm not sure what that equates to time-wise, but we've got tons of charcoal to feed this thing, so we'll be able to just let this run. Looks like it's probably going to take about a minute per, so that's a heck of a lot easier for me than having to deal with forging and smithing and everything. Now, I don't know, is there a recipes here somewhere? No. But if we look at the amalgams, we have black, blue, and red steel amalgams, so we can make the dusts in any of these forms, and all of them can be run through the blast furnace. So also, I think, if we look up steel, just steel in general, I think... Ingot? Okay, there, that'll work. So, the TerraFirmaCraft steel. So I think we can yes, we can put charcoal with wrought iron, and we go straight to steel. So that's great. That will greatly improve the ability to make most of these resources. We don't have to worry about farting around with this metallurgic infuser, which I still have some enriched iron in. And I've got a whole bunch more here, so I'm just going to have to finish all of this up. But, that will greatly improve our ability to make our steels. And, we should be able to very rapidly now get our black steel sheets, and we'll be able to get that evaporation tower going. So guys, I think I finally got everything together to make the solar evaporation tower. So as you can see, I made 3 more of the production tables, and this one here was just used for the making of the weak red steel, the high carbon, or the weak black steel, the high carbon black steel, and the weak blue steel. Now the weak blue steel combines with the high carbon black to make the high carbon blue, and then same thing as the high carbon black, run it through the purification chamber, put it in the blast furnace, and we're able to get blue steel ingots. So same thing with the red steel, and I'll probably get that set up eventually. So first off, in this one we have everything that we need for our power supply. So you can see I've got one of these advanced solar generators already set up, but we had to make 4 of these basic energy cubes, and then we needed a whole bunch of these solar generators and a whole bunch of the energy tablets. So we'll just go ahead and go through here, and it's going to take a lot of this stuff. Whoops. The energy tablets. Yep. So it takes a lot of this stuff, and I don't think any of these stack. Nope. So, just really a pain. So, my math was a little wrong. Well, that's okay. I was hoping that I had everything figured out here, but I guess I didn't have it all perfectly set up. So, there we go. That's everything to make those. So there's our 4 advanced solar generators. Those are ridiculous. So if we look at the... I thought they said how much they made, but I guess not. But they make quite a bit of RF, and we may have to make a few of those for later on to use ourselves for power generation. So next up, I had to make some bismuth bronze to make the other stuff, but we have our dynamic valves and a whole bunch of the dynamic tanks. Now, the way that I am making this... Oh, I do not have enough steel sheets. Darn it. And that's no good because I'm out of steel. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to get this completely finished. I'm going to be, looks like 3 recipes short on the tanks. No, I've got twice as many tanks as I need. Okay, well, whatever. So over here we have our solar evaporation controller, block of copper, steel casing, and that still shows that it's got heat to it. Huh, interesting. So the Steve's workbenches keep the heat of an object that is warm. Interesting. But anyway, so we have our solar evaporation controller. We have 2 of the valves, and one will be for inputting water, one will be for extracting brine. And then, no, we didn't have enough of those. I need minimum of 33 of the tank blocks. So, wow, that makes me move really slow. So, there we go, 34. That'll work. So now we need to find a spot to put this. And I suppose since we're going to be putting our pickling factory over here, I suppose we'll set it up over here. So the first thing we need to do is lay out a block of 4x4 of the tank blocks. And you know what? Actually, we're going to put this into the ground by 1 block. just simply because I think that will make it easier to work with. And wow, the lag is real right now. Oh, that's part of the reason why I'm moving so slow. Thirsty. Okay, so now all that I have is mining fatigue. That's not so bad. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put down our 16 blocks for our base. Then we need a ring of these blocks. That does not work. But before we put the entire ring out, we need one evaporation, or one valve for water and one for brine, and I suppose we'll do it like that. The lag. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the server needs to be restarted. I don't know. Then we put a partial ring here on the top, and we need our controller in the top ring. Now, these four corners, that's where our solar generators go. And unfortunately, we cannot walk through them, so they're kind of a problem. So we'll go ahead and grab our last couple here, kill this zombie, and we should have a completed and functioning solar evaporation tower. So this thing is working. Our maximum temperature right now is 500K. I'm assuming that's Kelvin. But now what we need to do is get some water into this thing. So for now, what I'm going to do, and we'll make another one of these here in just a little bit, but right now I'm going to grab this pipe and our electric pump, and we should have everything else that we need right here. So we're going to place this right here, and of course we will need to set up a water source. So we need our electric pump right here, and let's see here, that's facing the wrong direction. So let's see here, I need it to face this direction, and that's not going to work very good. So like this. Then we will put our power here, and I don't know if this, no, this, there's no way this is going to reach that far. No, and it says the it's obstructed anyway, so let's just try it if we remove that. I really feel like this is too far away. No, it's not. Okay, so now all that we need to do is connect the power lines that way. And I think what I'll do for now, because I don't feel like wasting all of this other powering lines that do nothing, is I will just run this right here. So that's going to be obstructed as well. I don't like that. Where did the connector go? There it is. Wow, it flew way off. So we will just go ahead and place one up here on the top, and then the others will be just going over the top of here. So now our pump should have power. Now we need some water. So this should work as an infinite spring here. Go ahead and drop our water in here. One more bucket. And of course we'll have to make another pump now as well. What's this noise? This thing makes a noise now? Interesting. Okay, so now finally we should be able to hook this up, and we should be starting to get water in here now. And slowly we are making brine. So what I will need to do now is change this over to where this one exports the brine. I don't know how to do that for sure, but I'll set that up. We'll set up a tank here I'll have to grab another one of these basic mechanical pipes. So let me see. I think all of my tanks are in use at the moment. So let's see. We need one of these, I think. Let's see, what are the uses on these? I need the tank. Yep, there it was. So 2 pieces of glass, some iron. Okay. And 2 pieces of glass. Do I have some glass in here? I've got 1. Darn it. Okay, well, I do have some sand over here, so I'll just quick grab a stack of that. I really need to get something to eat. So while that's cooking, I'm going to come over here and grab some food real quick. Oh, I am missing my cheese and it won't let me make a sandwich. Well, here's what we'll do. I am going to grab this brined cooked venison and I'm just going to eat that. Well, that didn't do much. Okay, apples. Of all of the things. Okay, so we should have our glass by now. Okay, so now it was no, glass side, iron top and bottom, control in the center. There we go. Okay, we should have some mechanical pipes here somewhere. There they are. Basic mechanical pipes. So this will allow this stuff to come out. How do we configure that to export? I don't know. So I might have to do a little checking to see how to make that export out of that side. But it looks like this is going to work. Now, the taller we make it, the hotter it gets. But it gets very expensive to move it up in height because there's a lot of copper involved in this. But, so yep, we've got that going. I'm going to try to figure out how to get all of this to work properly, and I might make it taller anyway. But I will be right back. So I did a little checking on how to get this brine to export here, and unfortunately, we have run into a problem. So in order to get that to work, we need this configurator. And this thing takes lapis lazuli ore. Now this is one item that we have not found yet in the world. So we're not going to be able to do that, but I did have a little bit of an idea. So inside of the controller, we have what appears to be an input-output slot, and I'm thinking possibly the wooden bucket? No. Okay, the ultimate bucket maybe? Yes, okay, so there we go. There is the solution. So then I can take that and just put it right into that portable tank. So we do have the ability to get the brine out of the evaporation tower. It's just not going to be automated yet until we can find some lapis. So, yeah, this is slowly heating up, and it's going to take it a little while. Of course, well, right now, I guess the sky is blocked. I don't know. Yeah, we're losing temperature because the sky is blocked, so I suppose what I should do is sleep. Get the sun back out. So now hopefully that will get the temperature going back up again. No. So it's got to be because of these storm clouds right now. But so, yep, oh, there it's going back up again. It just needed to get back to daytime. So we do have the ability to make brine now without needing to use vinegar. That's great. I am really happy about that. So, yep, that's pretty much all that I'm going to get done for today because, yeah, we're running a little short on time. So, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Let me know that you're enjoying it. If you got any tips, tricks, or questions about what's going on here in TechNodeFirmaCraft, let me know. And also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We are really close to that 100 subscriber special. So, yeah, I am really looking forward to that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!